Okay, everybody. I got almost everything needed for the frequency belt. So far, I've already got a good idea on how I'm gonna assemble this and whatnot. But it's something I wanted to definitely go over that I feel like I should also pay tribute into giving a warning out to people about this. Here's the deal: people are still busy focusing on something that they really shouldn't even be worried about right now. Now, now should they be concerned about this? Oh, of course. Like they should be pissed, really. But here's the thing, everybody. This stuff that they're doing is nothing new. These government officials have been stealing money from American citizens for years. This is nothing new. Um, you seen on the channel called Now This, you will probably see about how the guys, how one of the representatives, or at least I think he's one of the representatives. I'm not too certain. I'm not too familiar with politics like that. I don't tend to get too familiar because the only thing is when it comes to that, the only thing like I'm concerned about is when it's a major decision, a major decision on where things are going to be shifting out, like the stimulus check. I'm not even concerned about that. I'll check on it every now and then, but look, man, people are not going to see that until like the end of the year. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to come out with like even more excuses to keep people at bay. It's all an illusion. It is all meant to keep you in line and stay on the grid. That's what it is. It's nothing but a show that they're putting on. That's what this whole thing is. There are people speaking up against their bullshit, of course. Definitely, and I am proud of them for doing so. But people need to understand the links of the danger that's here. The 5G towers are still around. They're sitting there talking about something. Well, we need to start researching, the dangers of this technology. Did they take the grid? Did they take the stuff down? No, they didn't. It's still there. People need to remember that those 5G towers that they installed all throughout the freaking tri-state areas in every country, that stuff has not been uninstalled, man, and they are still installing more. If you're talking about you have to, do some research, why are they still installing this stuff? Why? You even had a private contractor come out and say, dude, they have COVID-19 imprinted on their tech. Why would they have such technology being installed in the towers? Why? And they have the audacity to still act like that did not even happen. You want to know one thing I noticed? I did not see a single newscast program show that on their channel. Like I didn't see that. They showed the guy who flipped out, because they were asking him to wear a mask at the grocery store, and he said he wasn't going to be a part of their effing pandemic, and I am proud of him for that. But at the same time, it's an unfair situation for everybody because here's the thing, man. They are putting chemtrails out there, and people are breathing that. That's dangerous right there because people are still breathing that, and then you're exposed to these towers. That's a bad combination that people are not too far familiar with. But heed my warning, man. Get out of the cities, get off the grid while you can. Gather everything that you need. The frequency belt that I'm gonna showcase is gonna be something that just about any other target individual can make for themselves. Now you need to understand what this thing is main purpose is. Its main purpose is to basically have the right frequencies for like a parasites. You know how like they will build themselves up and reproduce like around your core area since that's where where all your food goes for it to be processed. The food that goes there is where they're going to basically feed off of and reproduce. But if you have the rife belt, you be able to have that concentrated rife frequencies going through there to basically kill that stuff off. Understand there look, man, there are frequencies everywhere around us, everywhere. I mean, the earth has a frequency, the sun has a frequency. All things on in this world has frequencies. Everything does. It's all around us. But that doesn't mean that they're not bad frequencies. There are frequencies out there that are made to basically kill cancer cells. There are frequencies made out there to kill bacteria. There's frequencies out there made to kill off parasites. So there are some good effects to this too, as well as there are bad effects to it. Bad effects to certain frequencies as well. You just have to be careful. That's all there is to it. There are people who have dedicated their work to finding these positive frequencies. Now, can these be manipulated since it's basically on YouTube or whatever? Well, here's the deal. I don't doubt that anyway the slightest. There's been rumors that some of the opposition, snuck in and started messing around with the chaos's frequencies. I don't doubt that in the slightest. It is a possibility, but that could just be a scare tactic to prevent people from using them. Considering that he's no longer amongst the living, I would not even be surprised about that at all. But I am still proud of that man for all the work that he has done and all the work that he's done for so many people. But everybody, you need to understand the amount of danger here. The main search item people are concerned about is the stimulus check. That's the only thing that they got there, that they're basically thinking about. Look, man, how many months has it been since that first lockdown? Think about it. And they only gave you what? How much? Like $1,200, and people are out of work. People are out of work, and it was either it wasn't people being fired; they were just laid off. You know. So I mean, you already see what they're doing, dude. They're attacking farmers now, trying to prevent them from providing food. That's another tactic they got. They want to force you on GMOs. I put up a video called GMO A Go Go. It's not my comic, but I gave credit where credit is due and basically, had it as a reaction vid. And I left the link to its original content creator. I don't know what has happened to them lately because they haven't really been making any more content. But I gotta tell you, like that, this just looking at that is very telling, man. And it shows you like why the opposition uses cartoons to basically do subliminal messaging and stuff like that. Because when you see stuff like in a cartoon, like when you do it in an animated series or whatever, or an animation, you can put so much into that is very telling. It's just like the one when they talk about the straw man. Same thing. But yeah, man. Like this is what you need to do if you want to get. If you definitely before next year hits, definitely, definitely get yourself some gear. Get yourself some gear ready. I highly recommend people to get this one particular thing. It is definitely, if you're going off grid, it's definitely a necessity tool because it's definitely handy. If you're not aware, it's a survivalist bracelet. Now, this thing, I could showcase it. I got like about two of them for a pretty good price. Now, this thing has both a compass on it, it's got a whistle, and it's got a fire starter. And the rope is basically parachute rope. 3 to 4 different combinations, all in one thing. That's a good combination to have. Having a fire starter is definitely a good thing to have. Get yourself a tent. Get yourself some tools, an axe, a chisel, many different things. I've already discussed like the channel, my self reliance. They go into great detail on how to live off the grid. The website called the Lost Ways. They have some really good information on there. I would love to share the information that I've gotten from there with you all, but it would be if I did that, that would be copyrighted, and since they're selling that, right? Since they're selling that knowledge, it would be bad on the people who are providing that knowledge, basically. Now, here's the deal: getting said knowledge is no easy task. It is not. They got like several but when you purchase that, like don't expect to get a physical copy. You're gonna get a digital copy, and I was hoping to just get a dang physical copy of the darn books. I said because I'm like the whole point of me getting books is to try to get away from technology, not go to technology. But I guess I could maybe like print it out or something like that. I guess that's something I could do. I guess. But man, man though, like this, the situation is gonna get bad, a lot more bad, and I highly recommend people you have until October because anywhere after that, it's already gonna be, it's gonna be reaching its peak. It's not gonna be safe to remain in the cities anymore. And this is to everybody because what's gonna happen, right? This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna turn this damn 5G shit on again, and they're gonna try to say, well, like we were expecting another big bump since people, are no longer social distancing. They're gonna turn this shit even against the people who are contact tracing too. They're gonna do that. The people who are being paid these trinkets, especially these gang stalkers, they are gullible people, man. They are so self-destructive that they would accept trinkets like that because they know that they're stupid enough to destroy themselves. They know this. And they still keep going for it, man. And they don't realize that, like, just as well as they can give you something, they can take something away, dude. They can just easily stop giving you shit at any moments. You think they're gonna? I mean, think about it. Like, if they do that, you think these gang stalkers are gonna be able to go out and literally just openly say what they did? No. Why? Because they know what they were doing, man. They know that they were being paid to stalk and harass people. You think someone's just gonna openly admit something like that? No. But here's the deal, man. It's just as I said before, even before anybody said it. I was one of the few people who said this before any of this stuff even got as bad as it is. So these people out there that are doing this are so destructive that just by being around them is a big threat because they're a threat to us as well as they are to themselves. It's so destructive that how their behavior is. You see the amount of stuff and the amount of things they go through just for money, and it's crazy because like I'm telling you, they need people to turn against each other. That's why it's controlled opposition. That's why it's divide and conquer. That's what it is. When they say divide and conquer, they mean they're conquering both sides. Once they have what they have, they no longer have to play, to the spectacle anymore. They don't. There's no need. There's no need to pay people off. If you're a puppet and you're basically a robot. Who the hell said they had to pay off a robot? Think about it, man. Think about what Brian 2 said, right, on his channel when it came to this mind control technology. The whole thing is based off choice reference patterns. Do you think that they're not running choice reference patterns on their gang stalkers, on their, or should I say, community-based policing, on their threat assessment teams? Do you think they're not doing that on them too? They're still breathe. I don't see. I've seen plenty of them even before this whole COVID BS came out. Not wearing respirators, man. They were breathing that smart dust they're in. If not that, then they were. The other thing they were doing is drinking poisonous substances, man. And I do mean I am definitely talking about high fructose corn syrup. When you drink a soda, you're drinking high fructose corn syrup, and I've warned people about this because I tested this stuff out on my own body while I was under the effects. Yes, it was dangerous. I understand that, but if I hadn't, then I wouldn't have known how dangerous it is. I did take a risk. Let me tell you something. I only drank a single while I was being with these weapons. I only drank a single can of tea, dude. I literally felt like I worked a 12-hour shift and I had to go. I had to go to work at the time. You know how effed up that is? I literally felt like I had worked an entire 12-hour shift just right after drinking that, and I had to still go back to work. Now, I don't mind. I didn't mind losing that job because first off, every day I was there, man, I'm being beamed from left to right. I'm being shot with radiation constantly there. If it was 10 times worse there than it is where I'm at now. Because when I was there, every corner I turned, I was being laced with smart dust, and so many people were in on it that, and other people were feared to lose their jobs and all this stuff. And you see, that's the major problem. People are literally giving into the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. People need to wake up. They need to understand the severity of the situation before it's too late. My warning is get out of the city, get out of the cul-de-sacs, get out of the neighborhoods before